My name is James Hart. I'm from Haida Gwaii. One of the hereditary chiefs up there. Idansu is my Haida name. And it's wonderful to have that connection to somewhere wonderful like Haida Gwaii. Bill Reid, his mother's from up there, and he never really wanted to acknowledge any of that when he was younger. And as he got older, he started getting into it more, and starting to realize where he was from and what it was all about. And so he made connections with his people at home, and then he started learning how to getting into the arts. We put him up on a pretty high status at home, and it was like a god in a sense. We put him up so high because he was doing this work and he was involved in the outside. For us, it was pretty hard to conceive that because we come from an island, a couple of villages on a wonderful islands. Bill came to the islands. He was getting ready to do a pole, so I went down to visit, and that's when I met Bill. He gave me a pretty hard look. I was hanging around and looking, and I stood there and I was looking at him, trying to figure out what he was. I guess he wanted me to leave, so I left. And then after that, I came to the city in 1980, and I started working for him out at the Museum of Anthropology on the Raven and the First Men project. I got asked to work on it, to do the finishing. I guess he heard about me, and I could do finishing fairly nicely. And so we were working together for like 3 weeks on that project, and before we said a word to each other, I just did my job, and I was kind of scared to talk to him, he was tough, but he was just tough because he was just doing his work, right? Bill was a tough character, but a good character too. And I learned more from just watching him than actually carving for him. He was running point for everybody. And because of that, he made mistakes, and I learned from those mistakes. And he was also a Raven, and Raven is tricky, right? So he tried to conduct his life in a tricky way. And I used to see him tie himself up so bad sometimes. What the heck, why are you wasting time with all that stuff? I'm an ego, I see things in another way. Oh, yeah, look at old Bill there, holy moly. I met him out the back of the Museum of Anthropology at UBC. I was going back there for something, I can't remember what the heck it was for. I bumped into him having a visit. Oh man, Bill. Gee, it feels good to see him. He was quite a character, I really liked Bill. It would make me want to cry to see the old guy. Amazing guy. He did a lot, he did a lot and in this world, and Bill pushed it. As you can see, he got out there, and there's not too many people trying to go in this direction, today. But as the art form goes, we need to push the art form, keep that going, the spirit of it all. The famous saying he put out there was the well-made object. He never ever just jammed something out there, never. And he'd spend a lot of time making it nice. I mean, each piece takes time, each piece takes time. And here's a lot of time sitting here. And I'm so happy about Bill hanging on to me as a carver, working for him, because I gave him chances where he could have let me go, because I pissed him off a few times. I'm sure more than a few times. I employ guys now, and most of the time, just about all the time, it's wonderful working with these guys. Whenever I back into someone that's giving me a hard time, like a real hard time, and it goes on, I think of Bill and how he hung on to me. And he gives me strength to hang on to them, because I don't want to let them go. I want to help them. I want to give them stuff to carry on in this life, This is his legacy, what he left behind. Guys like me who got lucky enough to work with him for a while, I wish I could have worked with him longer.